Hello, friends, and welcome back. You are on the air with 2 Minute Tip Talk. I am Helena Richardson, web strategist with HRichnetworks. You know what, guys? I'm just so delighted to have you guys here today. Let me tell you a little bit about HRichnetworks. We love helping businesses with their web design and internet marketing needs. Our goal here is to create an effective marketing strategy that will help you stand out from the crowd. You can learn more about H-Rich Networks by visiting our website at www.HRichnetworks.com. So, guys, guess what? I have a special guest today. Her name is Dorshena Who-Dat Pittman, and I'll tell you about that Who-Dat in a few minutes. She's a speaker, author, and physical therapist, and founder of PT4U. As a physical therapist, Dorshena helps patients learn to walk, sit again, and restore their independence. As a speaker and author, she focuses on inspiration, empowerment, and motivation, dedicated to the wellness of the mind, body, and spirit. Hi, Dorshena. How are you today? Welcome, welcome.
Hello. Hello, Helena. Thank you so much for the invite. Thank you for this opportunity for you a part of your platform.
Thank you. So, listen, before we get started, tell us a little bit about who you are and what you do. So, take it away.
Okay, thank you. I'm Dorshena Pittman. As Helena mentioned, I am the owner of the PT4U. It is the PT. I'm the one for you. It is so important that we focus on ourselves and on wellness. So in my days of operating in the hospital settings, I've been able to treat many various diagnoses, whether it's elective surgeries of hip replacements or knee replacements, but also stroke patients. And that has been more of my focus in helping to restore individuals when they are unable to walk again. And so it's been my pleasure to be a part of that rehab process. But none of those patients, as thankful as they have been to be restored, have wanted to repeat that process again, and their family members sure have not. And so I've been thinking about what can I do to decrease the number of patients that are coming in for a physical therapist intervention. And thereby, I started my company, a motivational speaker, to speak to people about stress-less living. As I said, my emphasis has been on stroke rehab. One of the risk factors for stroke is high blood pressure. One of the reasons that people experience high blood pressure is stress. And so that's my platform. If I could have a word in the sentence of decreasing stress, it is the word of stressing less, of living a wellness-minded lifestyle. A lot of people nowadays are focused on eating better, improving their diet, starting to work out in the gym and such, but not a lot of people focus on transforming the way that they think, the way that they respond to stressful situations. And that's where I come in to teach tools to help individuals respond to stress, and also to teach people how to breathe correctly and how to relax so that they can live a stressless life.
Awesome. That is amazing. So, guys, we as a people or as a business, we can't do it alone. So I am so excited that Dorshena can bring to us today some great nuggets on the power of we. So, Darshina, as we go along here and talk about the power we, just give us, maybe 3 tips on what it is that how we can be the power of we. So I'm going to step aside and let you begin with that. And guys, I'll be back shortly. Thank you, Darshina.
Oh, yes. So what I want to is essentially start with is just that. We want to believe that we are essential. If you think about it, during this time of the pandemic, there were individuals that were considered essential, and those persons were considered necessary and they were considered important. I want you to have that same mindset toward yourself and your life. Those people that were considered essential, they had people that were cheering them on when they were performing their duties, their responsibilities. I say self-care is not selfish. It is necessary. It's important. It helps us to set boundaries so that when we are confronted with stressful situations, we will be able to say, no, that's not what is important to me. That is not what is essential. How many people have actually said yes and then regretted it? So let's instead have the mindset that we're going to decide what is essential for our well-being, for our health. Let me give you a little something to think about that help you to recognize how essential you are. You know, we have hair all over our bodies. Where do you think is the most sensitive hair? I'll tell you, it is nasal hair. You know why? Because that nasal hair has to be sensitive enough to alert us when something is trying to go into our nasal passages that may block our airways. I was blown away when I realized this. It is something that God has designed. He's given to us just that extra nugget to say, you are important. I'm not going to allow anything to happen to you. You can sneeze, you can shake it off, whatever, but you are important to the extent I'm going to give you a little something extra here to remind you how essential you are. Your nasal hair is going to be a little bit more sensitive to keep you here on this earth to perform your assignment. Number two, the global perspective, the power of we. Let's decide that instead of focusing, once we've taken care of ourselves, is not only about us. And sometimes it's harder for us introverts to do that, to think globally, to reach out globally, because sometimes I just like on my lunch break, I want to go and just be by myself. But what I have found that sometimes I miss out on information because I don't come into the whole. I don't come into where everybody else is spending time. I want to just be secluded. But guess what? Let me give you a little example. When we come to balance, techniques that I can show you to drive the point home. If you stand and you raise one foot up off and try to balance yourself, yeah, maybe you could do it. But how about if you close your eyes and try it? You will find it much, much more challenging to balance yourself when you eliminate the visual aspect. When we try to balance ourselves, there's proprioception, that is knowing where you are in space. There is a sensation. If you're outside, you may feel the window kind of help you stabilize or not stabilize yourself. There's the visual perception. That's all involved in maintaining your balance. And when you take one aspect of that away, the visual, you will find it to be more challenging to maintain your balance. So it is when we declare, oh, I don't need nobody else. I can do this all by myself. We take away one aspect or more than one aspect that can help support us and help us maintain. And we appreciate the we more when we realize that we're working together. The we and the me are working together. It's just different posturings. So let's focus on a bigger picture. Once we are taking care of ourselves, then let's see what we could do to be a part of the whole. Let's bring our purpose and our assignment to offer it for the benefit of others. And then lastly, I want you to cancel the frowning. So frowning is a negative reaction. It is a reaction to negative emotion, to maybe you're disgusted, maybe you're concentrating too hard. I used to tell my children, don't frown. And you see here, I've been here a little while, I have grown children, and I don't really have frown lines. That's why a lot of times people wind up getting Botox, because they have just frowned so much in their life that those muscles have stayed in that position of a frown. But you can resist that negativity by, first of all, pausing, and then in your mind, think when you're confronted with negative situations, when you're confronted with negative words that come your way, return to sender. I'm sending it back. And then say it. You don't have to scream it out loud, but speak to the situation, return to sender. And don't take it in into your body. Don't take it into your forehead. You declare that you belong here. You're part of the whole. You're going to take care of yourself. No more frowning. We don't want all those wrinkles and such, so that we live a stress-less life.
I was on pause, guys. That is so true. Thank you so much. When we talk about us getting up daily and doing things that will help to motivate us, like for instance, if a person get up and they kick their toe, right? And they say,
Mm,
"Oh man, this is going to be a bad day." What are you doing? You're setting the preference for that day, right? So you are so right.
exactly.
If we change our mindset, it talks about what a man thinketh, so is he. So if we change the
Yeah.
our mindset, we will do things a lot differently. And guys, I was going to tell you about that
Absolutely.
who that about in Darshena's name. If you go on her Facebook page, that she has who that. We both are from New Orleans, and we love our city, and we miss. Well, she's still home, but we really miss our city. We miss being there. Matter of fact, we're going to do a
Mm.
crawfish ball here in Illinois. We're going to do a crawfish ball. And so, just to have a little seafood, just in remembrance of home. We don't want to forget home, right, Dorshena? And I know you do a lot of traveling being a PT. Um, but guys, just really so thankful for her. And so thankful for her ministry, because it is a form of ministry, helping people to inspire folks to believe in themselves, to not just worry or be, I lost her, guys. But anyway, thank you so much, Darshena. If she comes back in, guys. Oh, there she is.
Yes, I'm not sure
We
what
lost you,
happened there.
we lost you for a minute. But we
Yes,
really,
I'm not.
yes, excited that you dropped in, and excited that you're helping, especially the people in your field, because hats off to you, those who are in the medical field. And oh, guys,
Mm.
Darshena and I go back a way. She worked with my husband a number of years ago as a physical therapist. So,
Yeah.
our hat goes off to those essential workers, those people who help put themselves on the front line to give care to
Mhm.
us. So I thank you for all that you do. Um, and thank you for what you're doing, bringing awareness for those in the healthcare field. Because I remember when I worked in corporate, we had um, a what you would call a time like of the month where they would bring speakers in to help us to take they call it the monkey off our back, right? It was this big black
Mm, I
monkey
love it.
that would be on our shoulder, that would cause us to have, frown lines, or be upset with our coworkers. So they were teaching us, just like you're doing in your community, helping us to be more aware of our persona, because that is going to
Mm.
help us really to live longer, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Because as I said before, high blood pressure is one of the risk factors for strokes. And
Yeah.
sometimes people just accept that, and they say, oh, my mom's got it. I actually saw a young lady, and she was a beautiful young lady in the store one day, and I heard her talking, and she's like, oh, I forgot to take my blood pressure medicine. And I was astounded because on the outside she looked perfect.
Hmm.
And so
Hmm.
I did mosey on up to her, and I told her that I was a physical therapist, and I heard what she said. And she said, oh, my mom, she had the stroke, so, and it was so matter of fact, like she was
Hmm.
just accepting it. And I'm
Right.
like, no, no, it doesn't have to be, because honestly, high blood pressure is the most modifiable risk factor. In other
Yeah.
words, it's the one that can change out of genetics being a risk factor, you
Hmm.
know, um, high blood pressure is definitely it. It's the one that we can change our diet, then we can take medicine, but I like to say there are
Yeah.
ways that we can go around the medicine if we don't have to, right? And I
You're
know
not
that
gonna try that.
there are people who have done it, right?
Hmm.
But it has
Me.
to be, yeah, see, it's doable. And that's what
Yeah.
I love. That's part of the power of we, that you got a testimony. Yeah, it is doable. Right.
Yes.
And so somebody else is saying, yes, it is doable.
Hmm.
So you even, having your business, it lets me see you can be a businesswoman, right?
Hmm.
That's part of the power of we, setting the example, being an
Yeah.
inspiration for others.
Absolutely. But thanks again for showing up. If you would just hold on 1 second, let me close out my audience, and then I'll be right back. Okay. All right, all right, all right, guys. You know what? My time is up here, but I'm so delighted that you joined me today and look forward to getting to know you better. Visit our website at www.HRichnetworks.com. And remember, you can join us here, right here, Tuesdays live at 6 p.m. Same tech time, same tech channel. And you know what? I'm signing off for now, but you know what? I'll see you soon. Take care.